Welcome to English with Leanne. Today's idiom is, well, two idioms actually. We're going to be doing two idioms with the expression on your toes, or on his toes, on her toes. And we use these expressions in two ways. We have the expression to keep you on your toes, or to stay on your toes. And these expressions have to do with being ready for anything. So, as a teacher, my students keep me on my toes. My students make me be ready for anything. I need to stay on my toes for my students. This means that I need to be ready for anything because of my students. So, to keep someone on their toes, this means that someone else is causing the person to be ready for anything. When you use to stay on your toes, this is more describing how you are ready for something. It might be a personal choice, it might be because of something, but we don't always know why. If I'm talking with a friend and say, "Ooh, I'm always on my toes, I need to stay on my toes," that means I need to stay ready for anything. But if I'm talking with a friend and I say, "Ooh, my kids keep me on my toes," I never know what they're going to say. Notice how in both of those examples, I am on my toes, but the subject of the sentence was different, right? In my very first example, I need to stay on my toes, or my students keep me on my toes. Different subjects. When the subject isn't I need to stay on my toes, instead of it's students, notice how my students keep me on my toes. Same with our second example. I need to stay on my toes all the time. My kids keep me on my toes, right? So, same similar meaning, but we use them with different subjects. You can also use this without me or I, and you could say, "Whew, her husband keeps her on her toes." So that means that her husband, you never know what he's going to do, so she needs to be ready for anything. Maybe he says crazy things. Maybe he does crazy things. I don't know. Lots of options here. But we can also say something like, "Oh, my brother stays on his toes. He never knows what's going to happen at work. So my brother stays on his toes." So my brother is staying on his toes, and I'm not telling you who is making him be on his toes. Is it his boss? Is it his colleague? I don't know, but I do know it's at work. So to stay on your toes or to keep on your toes, both, like I said before, have to do with on your toes. And here you can see a video of someone on their toes, and that is how you can see that they are ready for anything. It's like if you're getting ready to run or go in a different direction, but you don't know if you're going to go left, if you're going to go right, you need to be on your toes. You need to be ready to go left, to go right. You need to be on your toes. So to keep someone on their toes or to stay on your toes, very similar meanings, but you have to be careful about which subject you use. Good luck using these idioms.